So we've been reporting this morning that a coalition of more than 60 charities are calling for government action on earlier cancer diagnosis. Well, former Sky News presenter Dermot Murnaghan has said he fell through the gaps with his own prostate cancer diagnosis. And Dermot is planning to join Sir Chris Hoy on a charity bike ride to raise money for cancer charities in a few weeks' time, I think it is.
Yes, don't remind me.
Sorry. I am going to ask you about it later, I'm afraid. Dermot, it's really lovely to have you here. You announced just earlier this summer that you'd been diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer. So, first of all, tell us how you're doing.
Well, I'm doing pretty good, and thanks very much for having me back, Anna. Nice to be here. I finished my chemotherapy kind of early July, so I've been recovering since, and we're just waiting to see how it's gone. But yeah, feeling pretty good.
How was the chemo?
I wouldn't recommend it. Put it that way. Now, I mean,
sure.
it's as anyone who's gone through it or going through it knows. I mean, people react differently to it. It's hard, but the one thing is you feel that you are actively doing something in the hands of wonderful medical professionals who know what they're doing, and you're kicking back. There's kind of a bit of a psychological gap now that it's stopped. You think, well, what do I do now? But I'm in the waiting and the seeing phase, waiting to see how much it's achieved, hopefully.
Yes, exactly. Well, good luck with all of that. So today, 60 cancer charities have come together.
Yeah.
A huge number of our top cancer charities are coming together to call on the government to bring in a series of measures to improve cancer care in this country as the government prepares to lay out its plans later this year. And one of the issues they're highlighting is improving screening programmes. So tell us a bit about your own experience.
Yeah.
How did you find out your diagnosis?
I mean, that's particularly pertinent when it comes to prostate cancer because there is no formal screening programme, i.e. proactive on the behalf of the NHS when it comes to men wanting to be screened. They do have a right to be screened, but they actually have to ask for it rather than be offered it, as so often happens with other cancers. So in my own case, I fell through those gaps. I mean, I foolishly and sat in your position for many years, speaking to people about this very issue and talking about men, particularly over the age of 50, men in high-risk groups who may have a history of it in their family, to go and ask for the screening. And I kept thinking, once I got over that age, I'll go and do that. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm fine. The other telltale sign is, of course, symptoms. And I think most people know what they are. Frequent urination in the evening is a particular one at night time. But I didn't have any of that. So I kept thinking, OK, well, I'll get round to it. Life intervenes, jobs, children, holiday, all kinds of things. And I never did. So, what happened was at the end of last year, I fell very ill on a foreign holiday and, kind of rushed back here to get treated by a wonderful health service and was diagnosed, real bulk from the blue.
So what would you say to the government then? Would you say that instead of people over 50 having to proactively go and ask for a blood test, that they should automatically be screened? Yeah,
I mean, I think two things. I think there should be, and I'm aware of the resourcing issue here. When it comes to prostate cancer, it's called a PSA test. It can be inaccurate. It can lead to over-treatment. That's the assessment that's been made at the moment, that most men who age have an enlarged prostate of some kind. In many cases, it is not going to be a threat to their life. Something else, in the end, may probably get them. So I understand that, but the fact is that the tests are getting more accurate. I'm not a professional here. I only know from my end of it, but they are getting more accurate. They might cost a little bit more money, but think of the money you save of treating people who get to my stage. There's an awful lot of things that are being thrown at me that are costing a lot of money. If I'd been caught as in so many other cancers, if you're diagnosed much earlier, then, of course, you save money much further down the line.
And in the absence of a screening programme, your advice to men of a certain age?
Is demand it. Go and demand it. Particularly in those categories. Over 50, yes, get round to it, but get round to it pretty soon. Once you cross that milestone, go and demand it. Your GP will eventually give you one. If there's a history of prostate cancer in your family, definitely get it. 45, 50, go for it.
Now, Sir Chris Hoy went through the same thing as you. He's had the same diagnosis, stage 4 prostate cancer. I mean, I say it's Chris Hoy, like everyone knows him. I think they do multi-medal winning.
Six goals. I don't know how many silvers as well. Olympic goals. Yeah.
A couple of world championships
just
thrown in there as well. He got in contact with you, didn't he? When you announced
He
your
did.
news?
I don't. In the confusion, the miasma of the shock of the diagnosis. At some point, a call came in from Sir Chris, who I'd met. I'd interviewed him a few times other side of the desk through cycling and Team GB and all that success. And the phone rang and it went, "Hi, Dermot, it's Chris here." And I thought, nice Scottish accent. I don't know a Scottish Chris. Chris Hoy. I went, bloody hell, Chris, lovely to talk to you. He talked me through it. We've been in regular contact. And he's kind of a year further down the track in terms of the treatment programme. We're both on a similar one, and he talked me through it. He's written a wonderful book as well, which, for anyone in this position is well worth a read.
Yeah, has that made a real difference? Just sort of,
Support,
shared experience.
Support makes a huge, shared experience. There are groups that get together, they're helpful as well. But shared experience, and for the whole family as well. This is the whole point that the charities are pointing out, that everyone in this country is in actual fact affected by cancer. 1 in 2 will get it in some form, and of course then the effect on the families is huge as well.
Of course it is. And he is incredibly active. He's incredibly positive, isn't he? He's extraordinary.
Yeah.
And he's organising a cycle ride that he's convinced you to take part in.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
The problem is with talking to someone like Chris. As you know, I've ridden a bicycle to commute for many a year. But he's Chris Hoy in his own category. He said, "Come along and do this ride with me." I went, "Yeah, Chris, of course I will." And then of course it's 2 weeks away, and I'm thinking, oh, crikey.
So talk us through, how far have you got to go?
I'm in the same group as Chris. I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I'll sprint, because I'm sure he won't, for the first 100 metres, and I might be in the lead for 100 metres. It's 90 kilometres. There are different routes, and it's for anyone affected by stage 4 cancer, any cancer, or indeed cancers. You don't have to be a sufferer. It's the families as well. It's to raise huge amounts of money for, some wonderful charities. I'm riding for Prostate Cancer UK, and it's in 2 weeks' time. What can I say? Give me some money.
Yeah, is it going well? Are you being well supported, do you think?
I've got a fundraising page which I know you're going to put up there. So we are hoping to raise a lot of money, but it's not about that. I think it's more about the support and getting together. It's a wonderful idea. The name's fantastic, isn't it? And hats off to Chris Hoy.
How's the training going then?
Yeah, don't even ask. I've got a car here. I should have come on a bike.
For a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
Dermot, so lovely to have you here, and good luck with the cycle ride, and hope you raise lots of money for good causes. It sounds like a very good,
Thanks very much.
good thing to do. Dermot, lovely to see you. Thank you.